What is good, guys? It's your boy Yaron, and you're watching the Yaron Show, the game changer. So, I hope you guys are doing good. Sorry, I haven't made a video in a long time, but I'm back. And let's just get this shit on the road. Let's get this show on the road. So, as you may notice, today's topic is OTs. Just OTs, or whatever I name it once I'm done recording this. But the name of this podcast episode, wherever you're listening to this, in your car, on the street, I don't know, in your train, petting your dog, your cat, lo meshane. Probably you're falling asleep and you already started the show and you probably are half dead. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Um, if you are listening to me right now live, or no, is it not live? No, okay. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm losing my mind because, first of all, it's been a long time since I've done this. Second of all, I had a long day. It's right now Wednesday. Fucked. But I'm really sorry because I'm not supposed to be cursing in this video, and I am. This is me. Um, and you might be asking yourself because the video is called OTs. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Yohan's going to talk about OTs for the rest of the segment. Do me a favor. I don't want to hear it. Or you might be asking yourself, OT, I'm just going to probably show us some exercises. Or I'm not. Don't worry about it. Second, this is also going to be a small episode. So I'm going to be finishing this up by 45 minutes, maybe 50. Who knows how. Um, but yeah. So let me just fast forward. This video is not going to be talking about stretches and all that stuff, but it's going to be talking about OTs themselves and who they are. So, if you watched the last episode or listened to it, you probably heard that I am volunteering. After I took classes, all that stuff, Povishama, here and there. But I want to talk about OTs. And these OTs work in a place where you could enjoy yourself. Um, if you heard the last episode of how am I doing mentally, physically, emotionally, make sure to check that out. Probably the link will not be in the description, but probably on the icons on those sides of your cameras, wherever you're watching. Um, but let's get it down to it. So, like I said last episode, I do volunteer at a. I'm just fading out, but I am volunteering at a medical supplies place. Part of it is where someone like me, someone like you, with intellectual disabilities, um, learn about the work environment, and part of that is to have an OT. Now, for me, it's kind of weird to say OT. What's OT? Mas OT. Tapos physiotherapy. You're doing physical therapy, okay? So you're doing physical therapy while you're working for medical supplies. Not really. Everyone else calls them OT. It doesn't make any sense. They're more like mentors to say, okay, I'm becoming an occupational therapist, so I'm going to help you what you need to do for job employment, independent living, whatever's struggling in your mind, mentally, physically, emotionally, and I'm going to help you to it. These OTs help you with life, work, independence, basically whatever's in here, because the whole point is to get it in here, out here. It's like in one ear, out the other. Um, and I want to say that, I'm really trying so hard, but the matter of the fact that my background music, which I'm probably going to stop the background music on YouTube, I'll put it right over here, a little bit of lo-fi. Um, where was I? Some of the OTs that help you in in this medical supplies place, which, you know what, let me say that now. I mean, get into shit. The place is called AFYA. And I'm not going to tell you the background story of it because it's going to be too long in an episode. I'm more of a talker. Let me talk about this right now. So the OTs, which are like mentors, I call them mentors. Everyone else calls them OTs because it's much more, it makes sense for them. For me, I already have OT and PT, so I just call them mentors. Because what do? They learn about the industry of being an occupational therapist, but also providing others, who are like myself, to work in an environment and to say, okay, you know what, let me get that help or assist so that way I could learn the independence of it. I'll give you an example. Today, I was very pleased to kind of go today because I know I usually don't go on Thursdays, and if you did listen to last episodes, I usually go to my social work. But today I decided to go. I said, fuck it, you know what, let's go. I woke up, it's a nice day outside, and I come across numerous of people that work there. Not the OT, okay, obvious OTs, but the groups and people that I know, including two amazing staff, which I'll get to it in the end of the episode. And we're working, okay, off the aim, hit the blame, laughing. This one said this one, obviously all of these OTs are girls. As it's kind of like you don't really find as much for guys, because when you're a guy, you're not really working, like, okay, maybe small of the popularity, you find some guys who are OTs, but guys, us guys, we're out in the gym, we're grinding. For myself, I'm going tomorrow to the gym, an hour and a half. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. And so nobody saw him. No, it's like, okay, the kids all of them are beautiful girls. Let me just say that. And if they're watching this because they really want to hear about this show, or listening, I'm probably going to be embarrassed. Yeah, it is. I'm making an episode at 9 o'clock at night, which I just got up and I was bored. But, they're all amazing. They're wonderful mentors, or you want to call them OTs, which is, it's too much for me. Well, I go into this meeting. They have like these meetups every single Wednesday, and in these meetups they teach you independent. I don't want to say living. I mean, it is living, but what's that saying again? Talk about tabs. Was it tabs? Hold on. I'm gonna put you guys on let's search it up. Let's do some homework together and let's search it up because I always forget what this means. It's gonna be a long ass episode, I'm telling you. Okay. There we go, there we go. Okay. You're with me now. Let's go. Ha 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 ha. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, by the way. Okay. Uh, Tabs. Meeting. Uh, let's see. Let's see if Google could help me. Okay. Nice one. Constant. Yeah, but I'm giving you. Okay. Anyways, the saying means that it's like the phrase is teaching you. Okay, we're going to talk about A, B, and C. Independent. No matter if it's talking, if this and that. We're learning about moods. If you ask me, and yes, I'm still trying to know about this tabs thing. And of course it's important. For myself, I think, just learning about these, small things, it's too easy for me. And I don't care. Because, you know what? Let me tell you something. As a person who has intellectual disabilities, you gotta learn again. Is it annoying? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Do you want to learn about it? Of course not. At some point, if you want to be like me, you have to just take the balls and sell it out there, It's like, so I'll tell you a funny thing. So they're talking about the moods, the body language. Okay, you're angry like this. Then, whoa, Shama. So we're talking about all of the attitudes, your body language, and all that stuff, right? Okay. So we're learning about that, and at some point, we get to the point where, why am I holding the mic like this? Oh, right, because that's what I did a couple of episodes ago. But we get to the point where, okay, what was I saying? Yeah, we get to the point where we're kind of like, okay, we're learning about this means angry, this means happy, and so forward. Now, some of the, mentors, I call them mentors, they call them occupational therapists, or short-term OTs, they ask me, you want to go next? For me, I was like, you know what? Yeah. The first time I did it, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, like, I'm just like looking, and I'm like, okay, I got angry. And then I'm like, no, what was the first one? Angry. Like, I put it back. So then I get the second one. I'm really afraid about the Wi-Fi. I get the second one, because I'm on StreamYard. I get the second one. It says sad. Okay. I get the third one. Annoyed. I see, because, the papers are like, they're like this big. It's like this big. You fold it up. So you fold it. I mean, I'm just joking around because this is who I am. So they fold it up. It's very cute. And then I'm like annoyed. Okay, pretending this, that. Now here comes Yaron, because I have a close friend who I really look up to, and I saw this, one of the OTs that kind of reminded me of her, and I told myself, you know what, I could do much better than that. Now I'll explain why in a bit. But I go up, you know what, I'm not like, no, second chance, let me go for it. So I look up at my the person that I look up to from my hometown, and then I look at her. I'm putting picture in picture to the side, if I could tell you that those two people, the one that I look up to from my high school versus this one, my like one of the other mentors or OTs, if you want to call them whatever, they look so much alike. If you, I don't know. I literally do not know how to explain it. Was I 100% right? No. It was maybe 50-50 because the person that I look up to from high school, first of all, she by far really inspired me to know what it's like to interact with different people and to be a part of friendship, to be a part of a kehila, and knowing that you have that momentum to be in a kehila and to know your religion, your ethnicity. It's so, like, all this time I was kind of like, why was I such a puss not to talk to her? And it was because of me, because I was like, you know what? I saw her in the temple every single Memorial Day service, and she's singing. Like, the story goes on and on and on. Okay, she was a person that I looked up to, and I still look up to her till this day, even though I haven't heard from her back. And for some reason, that mentor and OT reminded me of her. The way that, you know, the way that she is as a person, the way that she brings out, she has this, like, you know, happy vibe, kind of like this lo-fi song or music. And it's kind of odd because when you don't, like, you know how that feeling is when you don't see that one person for a very long time, or you didn't talk to them, and then you're just like, you think about that person. That's what went on with me. I was just like, okay, I'll use something, and I was kind of like off the script. Let me show up a picture of her. Da, 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 da. No, I took the stage. I grabbed it by the seam, and that's it. I'm sorry if I'm cursing so much, but this is who I really am. And if you guys are watching from this place that I will say soon, if you're actually, you know, not really used to what I'm calling it, then I'm sorry. But this is who I am. It's like, this is the actual Yaron versus when they see me, they're like, okay, he's shy. He doesn't talk too much. Yeah, because whenever I'm around girls who are somewhat my age, you know, it's like, I need the belly tap. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And then I have to think about it, because when I think about that friend that I look up to so much, I'm kind of like, okay, what are the odds? And it's a different topic, but if you're a girl, you probably understand it, because you're, but not in there, you know, you're very like, you have your ways. Girls have their ways with guys, like, you know. Also, like, there's like these funny videos of like some YouTube content creators, and like some of the videos are like just like guys needing someone's help, and then they bump into a girl. What are the odds? I need your help. Right away, they say it out of their mouth. I have a boyfriend. What's it, Kashul? Just help me with something and then I'm done. Bye. You know, but that's my interpretation. So it's kind of like, okay, I don't know why. Unless I can grow a pair of, you know what. But to go back to the story, that's what I said. Do I think about it now as I'm recording this? Yeah, sure, I do. But the more that you have that confidence to level up, that comes the you know. So we're there doing all of this learning about body language and all that stuff, and it's you know, I find it really interesting that an average person, no matter if you're a guy or girl, you learn from them as a person with intellectual disabilities, no matter where you fall into. And it's very special because there is this switch where it's kind of like, oh wow, I do get what she's saying. I do get what he's saying. Let me learn from them. And it's very interesting because when you hear a couple of my episodes, I do talk about it very well. And you know, when I do talk to an average person, they say, nothing's wrong with you. What are you talking about? Like, you do realize you are literally, you don't have this intellectual, why do you think you have this intellectual, whatever the fuck it's called? And I'm just like, well, I guess that's what I have. Like, and they're like, no, you don't have it. What the fuck it, you don't have that shit. And I go around different people and I'm asking myself, what do they mean, you know? And it happens, you know, with other people. But back to the point, they teach us about that. Then I'm kind of like questioning myself after that. I'm kind of like, okay, now I'm at work mode. Go to the other side of the corner, or not corner, but it's more of the other side of the workplace. I'm on work mode. Shav, you're not like, now you're my colleague. Now we work. So I asked some of the OTs, was that really a professional thing? Because understand, there is work Yaron and there is fun Yaron. Or as I like to call it, Israeli Yaron. Or not really Israeli. If you're watching this, I'm Israeli. And you know Israeli, and America, Yehudi. Doesn't matter, but I have that Israeli mode sometimes. And that's what I did today. I used that Israeli mode to, you know, question, you know, whether, you know, that person looks like. And part of the game was really to grab the attention of what's his body language. I took it to the extreme. I took it to right over here, which, that's who I am. That's my personality. And yes, there were a couple of moments where I was kind of like getting things to literally off the script. And some of them were like, Ken Aval, yeah, but. And I'm kind of like, Dov, okay. The whole point of this is body language. We all have 80% of it. I didn't know that. You didn't know that. We all didn't know that. I'm not saying them, I'm saying you, the guy who's watching this, the girl, the guy, whether you're sleeping, petting your dog, studying for an exam, lo meshane ma, you get what I'm telling you. Back to the topic. You learn a lot from these mentors, these OTs, these individuals who really help you outside of this world. Because sometimes you feel lost, as if you're asking yourself, I need that guidance. I need that boost to be like, oh shit, I need help. And I'm sorry, like, by the way, I'm so sorry that I'm cursing in this video. This is who I really am. I mean, I'm so sorry. But yeah, you want that extra boost. If you're like me and you're just like, let me be an ounce, which, by the way, an ounce is like a guy who has a lot of jewelry, basically a lot of swag, a lot of jewelry, swag, you know, guy that shows off. I'm a show off. Whenever you see me outside of work, I'm a show off. I'm gonna show off to you. And what I've learned about that was because I've spoken to a lot of guys, Knicks fan guys and all that stuff. And what I've gotten away from that was that they have this, you know, like swag. They have this like flirtation. No flirtations. You know, like, let's go have fun, you know, this and that. And like, here I am at work at this place that I'm going to say at the end of the episode, which I volunteer. And I'm talking to these two people. I don't know why it's mentioning I don't have any Wi-Fi. Understand I'm using StreamYard and it's telling me I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't have any Wi-Fi. Okay, now it's telling me that I have it. Where was I? So here I am, I'm working. right after right after and before this whole tabs meeting, whatever it's called. And I'm just like, I feel in the moment to get into their conversation, because you know how girls are, you know how women are. They just love to talk about themselves and their okay, yeah, this and perfuming. I'm just like, yo, like, and I'm just like enjoying this. I'm like, yeah, what? And then I'm like, okay, this, that, and I'm like counting. You tend to count a lot of, wipes, fluids, and you get the point. A lot of like medical supplies that are used for hospitals. This place provides with hospitals. And so I'm talking, and they're like, I'm talking about the show, this, and then I'm talking about what I do, like what I do in the show, what, the conversation, because here's the thing. Sometimes I'm talking so much about like what? Girls. And literally I'm just like trying to dive in. That's just who I am. So I'm diving into their conversation for the Shama. They're talking about their whole perfumey and this, that, for Shama. And she had a good time with this one. She heard about this. She heard about that. Yes, Tommy is working on this. You gotta help him. It's like they're on their, conversations about life, about the work, about what she said, what he said. Okay, I'm getting into it, and I'm just like laughing my ass, because the belly's showing. They're talking about their girl stuff as they're talking about, the work stuff, which is kind of cool because you could do that literally. You could literally talk to your colleagues about, both. And I don't really have to explain this to you. Really, you got to figure it out yourself. If you're more of a person where you're cautious, I got nothing to say. I would be speechless. But if you would ask some of these OTs that I'm talking about, they would tell you, yeah, okay, you could do X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, whatever. So it brings me down to a situation of like, what makes them good at what they're good at this place? And it's like, they're good at helping individuals like myself. No, okay, you have a goal. Let's try to make that goal come to reality. And the amount of goals that they have schedulized in their heads are like, okay, Yaron needs X, Y, and Z. Let's go to a Google tab in Google Docs, and we'll write it down here. I'm actually doing it right now. This is what they basically do. I'm just showing you it because I'm a comedian. This is what I do, and if you don't like it, I just like to make it laugh. Okay, let's see. So they basically pull up a document. I'm gonna show you an example. I don't know how they write. Okay. You get the point. Yaron. Okay. Yeah, I do want to see. Yeah, okay. But you get what I'm talking about, right? So they jot it down on their end of the computer. Now it has to ask, or was it it? Did I just say it? If I said it, oh my god, no. Okay. They have to ask themselves, what does Yaron mean? what does he mean? Because I don't know what he's talking about. I'm working with 50,000 people in groups. Groups! Understand when you go to this place, lovely place, I love it to death. By the way, it's Zen. Oh, as I'm recording this, it's thunder and lightning, so I'm probably gonna finish this up once it's like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever. Okay, so some of these OTs, they have groups. We're talking about 20 people. So they come in and they're like, hey, Sally, Tally, Timmy, and they're talking to staff. Oh, you heard this, that, and all that stuff. Meanwhile, my head is hustle and motivated. Let's go. I'm hustling, I'm grinding. I gotta get this done. So here I am, I'm working. And to myself, it's kind of like, okay, I want to ask her a question. I want to ask Tali a question. So Tali, name, it's not her actual name, but Tali will help me say, I have an idea. I want to make it come to reality. How do I do that? You know what she does? Google Docs. Yaron's goals. How? I will tell him next week. I will see him Monday. Doesn't matter which day. I come in Monday, she tells me on Monday. I tell her on Tuesday, she tells me on Tuesday. I see her on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday. Okay. Let's say she does tell you on Monday. Okay, good. Half an hour conversation. Yalla, bye. Goodbye. If she forgets, forgot. Because I went to group. Tuesday, CTZ. Wednesday, group. Thursday, see. But you get what I mean? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's an amazing thing because you're giving out to community. You're giving out to the services that you could put this on. Like, by the way, that's what I want to do. I want to be like that. I want to be like that person that says, that's what I want to do. I want to motivate them, or not the OTs, but I want to motivate people like myself that are like, ugh, my head is in such pain. And then you ask yourself, who's there to help? Yaron. Because you know why? I'm just Yaron. First of all, I'll tell you something. I grew up in an Israeli household where I get feedback so hard, which is like, and then, you know, it's like, and then I'm like, oh shit. Like, did that just happen? And literally, it did happen. Because you got a big slap on the face with the truth from your parents, from your brothers, and you tell yourself, what did I just witness? You don't know. I mean, maybe some other families would do the same thing. I don't know. I grew up in an Israeli household. You get the truth. It's a smack in the face. I don't know. Like, wake up. I'm not going to give you fluffy fluff pillows. And then, you know, yeah. I got waking up with the truth. The difference is Israeli household versus a normal household is, okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, you know, American versus Israelim. What does it? Whoa. Okay. You cry about it. We're talking about the Israeli household. You cry. Speak English. You cry about it. But then you learn something out of that, out of over here. And then you're like, okay. They told me the truth. I'm gonna cry about it. I'm gonna deal with it. And I'm going to deal with it like a man. Versus, you know, when I'm in situations like I'm going to this, you know, place. Everything's going to be all right. Let me just help you with this, and that. That's it. I'm not comparing. Don't worry. I'm going to go back soon. But I grew up in this household where it's kind of like, I am thankful to say, I got my parents. And I know they're going to give me feedback that isn't going to be what I want. But what I will get out of it is the standards that they're worried about me, they care about me, and they call me numerous of times, and they want the best of what's coming out of me, versus to a standard of what I not really used to, where I talked about this, program that I used to join with a couple of years ago, where everything's gonna be fine, Yaron, don't worry about it, oh Vishama, don't worry. Supposedly to my parents, it's okay, we're gonna slap you in the face and you're gonna like it whether you like it or not. I don't know why it's telling me that I don't have Wi-Fi. I think it's giving me a warning signal that it's gonna rain outside. But I mean, the Wi-Fi is working perfectly. So, But what I'm trying to say here is that the way that I'm used to, it's so here. And the thing is, when I help some of my friends, no matter if it's in Westchester, no matter if it's in Long Island, they know what they're going to get it out. Like, they know what Yaron is going to get out of it. Because Yaron, I want to give them the honest truth. And it's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to sting like a bee, not like a swath, where it's going to hurt you. Like someone's going to actually hit you. But, I'm going to change this to rock. Aren't you sick and tired of this? Daydream. Okay. But it gets to the moment where you're like, okay, I know what he's talking about. Okay. And then you ask yourself, what is Yaron talking about? How can I put it in? Versus to learn from someone else and to say, Tali, I need help with X, Y, and Z. This is what I want to work on. This is my goal. How do I achieve it? She does it, and you learn out of it so much that you're like, okay, let's go down to business. 45 minutes of this. Okay. Tonight, we're going to publish the video. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do po, shama, da, dig, tuk, tuk. Another one. That's it. And there's, you want me to email you something? There you go, take it. And I take it as a very helpful thing that OTs or mentors, I call them mentors, that help me. They know, okay, they're like, Yaron wants to work on this. הוא רוצה ללמוד על מה יש לו פה במוח. Like, what's coming out of him? Okay, Yaron has a meeting. Practice on the meeting. Yaron wants to learn about taking the train. Train it is. Yaron. Okay. My goal right now is for Yaron. Now, sometimes most of these OTs, they have different other people because it can't be Yaron, even though, yes, some of my brothers, they tell me, it all around about you, like, it's all about you, Yaron, all about you. I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. Okay, yeah, I get it. Like Rick and Morty, I'm Mr. Meeseeks, yeah, look at me. But it's not all about me. It's also about other participants. You talk to them. Jimmy, what do you need help with? Oh, you want to find a job? Jimmy, you want to find a job? Let's help you find a job. Okay, Anna, let's go. Internet. Where do you want to work? TGI. You want to work at Subway? Let's work at Subway. You want to work at Coinbase? Let's work at Coinbase. You want to work at IBM? Let's go to IBM. You want to go into Bekitzur Ha'inyan, they are over here when you tell them job, when you tell them independence, getting apartment, working on a project, trouble with a friend, they got you. They're like, okay, let me write this down. Ta 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 ta. So, okay, this is what I want you to do. Did you do it? No? Okay. Let's try to do this again. Take 2. They help you with take 2. Wow, it's really, really raining. So I'm gonna end this in like literally 9 minutes. closer to the 50 mark. But you know what I mean? Like, they help you so much, these OTs. And I know I'm going a little bit off the script, because, or, not really off the script, but I'm just trying to wrap it up because I'm a little bit nervous that the Wi-Fi is gonna crash down and end in my face. But what I'm trying to say here is that most of these OTs help me so much, all of them. Doesn't matter who they assign, like, doesn't matter who the staff member assigns me to. They help me so much. Wow, this is thunder and lightning. They help me unshut. They help me so much that I really want to thank them. And by the time, because here's the thing, some of these OTs, when they come to the medical supply center, which I'll mention it in a sec, they have 3 months. And part of those 3 months are to work on what they can work on together. It's all about the communication. It's all about interacting. Not what are we going to talk about today at TAPS? We're going to learn about independence. Okay, independence. Yeah, let's go. It's all about the communication. And what you get out of it, if you're someone like myself, you keep an eye. You sometimes, what I do, wow, it's thunder and lightning. You could hear it. I don't know if you could hear it because I'm still on mic, but you could but literally, like, when you see them, like, if you're kind of like myself, you know, oh my God, like, this is really cool. Because sometimes what I'll do is that when I get there to the place, which I'm going to mention right now, or hold on, you could wait another 5-10 minutes. When I get to that place of the medical center, I sometimes eavesdrop. And why do I do that? Because I want to learn out of it. And if one of the staff members are watching it right now, they're probably going to be like, we have to add Yaron into this because I need to know that. But I literally want to, like, I don't, like, yo, it's really that scary. It's like thunder and lightning, like, Mabul. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that sometimes I'll eavesdrop and into their conversations, whether they're talking about personal life, work, whatever. And I have one earbud over here. I have, like, literally one earbud, and I can listen to whatever they're saying, and I'm kind of like, let me try to show off a little bit. I'm gonna say shy, and I'm gonna learn out of it. And sometimes when that staff member helps them, she's like, okay, today we're gonna do this. Just make sure that this guy and that guy and they're talking so much, which in my one ear, I could listen to them. Now it's mainly this one, which probably, if you're watching, your left is my right is your left. I could literally hear as much as I can. Like, it's weird because you could be sitting there telling yourself, wow, Yaron is, listening to music. He's, doing this. But sometimes I listen. And when I'm bored, I literally listen to their conversations. Because sometimes when it's just me, someone else, like 2 other people, I can literally listen. Like, even if there's like 2 other people speaking so loudly, I could listen to the OTs, the mentors that I have, and they go on and on and on. And I'm kind of like, wow, I'm getting a lot out of this. And even if I'm not supposed to be listening to this, guess what? I'm still listening because I know I'm going to be getting something out of it in the next maybe 2 minutes or so, because it's good. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm not saying, oh, he's dropping into their personal life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the more that you drive into the moment of what they're, talking about, whether it's, just, oh, did you hear about this? Okay, it's on this day, July 17th, Mabul, it's raining. I don't know what to say. It's like someone is throwing a thunderbolt, like Zeus. Back to the topic. Sometimes I listen to these conversations. Doesn't matter if it's personal or if it's work business. What I do is I listen. And yes, it's not nice to eavesdrop, but when I hear them, I literally hear them. Like sometimes if I'm not interested in what the people in front of me are talking about, like in the waiting room or something like that, or the lunch waiting room, whatever it's called, I just don't really have interest. So what I'll do is I'll take one earbud out on the left side, obviously. And basically what I'll do is that I'll listen on this ear to what they're saying, because I know I'm getting out of it. And sometimes I'll see one of them on their laptops doing some, assignment for college or whatever. Because, school is important. You're doing this for school, right? So obviously, I don't know about their case, but you're volunteering for a like. I still have 5 bars. I don't know why StreamYard is telling me 1 bar, because it's creeping me out. Back to the situation, or back to the topic. But it's literally an interesting thing of when you see from far. Sometimes I could even see what they're doing from far. And I'm not saying, oh, it's bad thing, good thing, this, that, pocha. I do it anyways because I'm bored. I need to find something that I could find interest. If someone is sitting there with the laptop talking with someone else, I don't care about what they're saying. I could still hear them. But I'm not going to grab any of that information and be like, okay, that's what they spoke about. That I am. If it's really interesting to me, I am. Because my ear radius goes from 10, 20, 30, 90. Oh my God! No wonder the computer is telling me. Oh my God. And it's almost 10 o'clock. ממש מבול. בקיצור לעניין, fast forward, I could listen 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Like the radius of my ear could be like until maybe the end of going to a flight. That's when I'm kind of like, I can't hear you. Now, if I don't care about what they're doing, I'll put both of my AirPods in. That's it. But it's really interesting to what I experienced with these amazing OTs that put their life on the line to say, you know what? Let's help this place, this medical facility place, to know what these amazing people who do have a gift from Elohim know what they are capable of. You know what I mean? Because you are capable of learning new things from an average person to amongst someone like myself who's chetzi, half and half. So what I'm telling you is that it's okay to learn from the average person, because then you get a lot about it. You get a lot about it, or get a lot out of it. There's my English. לדבר באנגלית וגם באנגלית זה כבר קשה. It's very hard. Don't find it, oh, it's so easy for Yaron. Easy. לדבר בשני שפות, two languages. Anyways, I just want to thank these OTs because, first of all, what I just mentioned on this, there I am. Okay. basically what I'm trying to say is that what they are basically doing is by far out of this world, helping the community. And this is what I said even previously on the Yaron Show, The Game Changer. I always mentioned about Friendship Circle and what they do to bring back to the community. It's always important. Give back to the community. For those who do, like, for those who are just your average person who's living a life, going to college and making new friends, this and that, frats, doesn't matter. Part of what you're doing is so important to people like us, because then we get that outcome to say, oh shit, I want to be just like that person. I want to elevate myself to say, you know what? That's going to be me one day. And I can tell you something, it's going to go just like that. Just like that. You know? Yeah. But I just, you know what? Let's wrap this up, because I do want to tell you guys the name of the place. And if you guys ever want to volunteer here, link is down below. I'll mention it to you right now. So the name of this place that I briefly mentioned as medical, it's called AFYA Foundations. Amazing place. Amazing. The person who made it, amazing. The two staff that help run it, out of this world, amazing, mamash. Really. The OTs for the summer, this, amazing. Now here's the thing, if there's new OTs each 3 months, it's hard to say the goodbyes and all that stuff, because you know, so for some of the people who are like myself, you know, it's kind of like, oh, we're gonna miss you, this, that, push up. And you know what, it kind of hurts, because it's like, Chaval, they don't stay. It's like you feel like you want to write a contract, and you're like, can I just stay here for like 5 months, because I don't have anything to do. I don't know. Like after college, you don't know what to do, or like after the internship, college, whatever, you don't know what to do with your life. So if you do want to come back, volunteer, come back, be that, you know, boost, and you know, just enjoy it, you know. But yeah, anyways, the link is down below. These two amazing people that help run it, including for the person that made it. First of all, her name is Danielle. She runs this amazing place to make it happen. We're helping Ukraine. We're helping Israel, you know, oppositely to what we're going through as Jewish people with what's going on there in Israel, with medical supplies and all that stuff. We're also helping, you know, I believe, who else are we helping? I believe Gaza, like, I don't know. But we're helping a lot of people in a lot of different places. And this person named Danielle is she's making it happen. Believe me, like, if you would see her story and how she started off, oh my God, I'm telling you. A couple of days ago, she was actually on a podcast in Sirius XM. Make sure to check that out. I'll put in the link down below. As well as for those two other amazing staff members that help her out when she's not there, Grace and Owen. Amazing people. Like, the matter of the fact that Grace helps the OTs, the mentors, as I like to call them, with what they need to do to help people like us, Anashim Kamoni. It amazes me that, yes, we do have a goal to accomplish. All of us, not just me. It could be you who's watching this. It could be someone else who wants to go and volunteer. It matters that her and his, Owen, their goal is to make you up here. Whether it's applying for a job, going to college, community college doesn't matter. The same shit, doesn't matter. But they're working to make your goals up here, and that's what this place is making me do. For myself, sometimes going there on and on, like, you're kind of like, okay, when is it going to be that time where I'm kind of like, I want to be up here? Patience is a virtue. It's not always going to happen. Like, you're not going to be all the way up here. I feel like I'm going to be right over here. Like, also a couple of coworkers that I work with today, she's a paid intern over there now. So it's like, she works there, but she gets paid. So Grace and Owen, they help her get up here. The OTs, they just, Sally wants to be a paid intern. Gotta work. We gotta do this, that. We'll ask, the Center of Amazing Centers to help us get to that goal of becoming a paid intern or something like that. So they work so entirely so hard, and as well as for these OTs, give them credit when credit is due, because their whole mission is to get you up here. Now for me, I want to learn from everyone, so it's not only going to be from this place called AFYA, but it also has to come within you, because let's say if you don't want to really volunteer at AFYA all the time, but you also want to navigate your life, you could do that. You know what I do? I take it up a notch. I tell people who I am. I tell them that I have intellectual disabilities and all that stuff, and sometimes their answers are just like what I said at the beginning of the show. No, what are you talking about, man? No, you don't have fucking no intellectual shit. I'm like, okay, well, I don't. Like, if I don't, it's actually the honest truth. I'm like, not that I'm saying it's not the truth, but it is. I don't. But whatever you believe in, that's what you believe in. To me, whenever I say I have intellectual disability, and they say, no, that's bullshit, man. You don't have intellectual disability. It's because that's how they think. And I couldn't say that as much as they're right, they're right. But to hear from people from out there, they're kind of like, and it's kind of funny to think about it that way, because it's actually true. Like, sometimes people could tell you that, and they're like, no, you don't have any intellectual shit, or like. And I'm just repeating this shit because it's kind of like amazing to me that I'm learning about this on and on and on, because it's very useful. And like, just to get it from them, it's like you learn a lot from them. I'm actually also going to pull up this website. You know what? Actually, let me show you some pictures. I'm not going to really show you the website. The website is kind of, Yeah, so let me show you a couple of the pictures. Of course, the pictures are probably old, but it doesn't really matter. I'm showing you the pictures anyway. Okay, so as you could see right over here, this is what it basically looks like. So you see a lot of these, interns, and you see a lot of these people volunteering and all that stuff, just giving it their all and all that. And part of that, you just basically learn. Sometimes you learn about, what you want to accomplish. By that person who's standing up in the podium, that is Danielle. Give her a lot of credit when credit is due. By the way, listen to that podcast from Sirius XM. She was on Sirius XM a couple of days ago, so I'll listen to it too. They just really do give it their all, and they also do donations. They do, they really do a lot, and it's really, a place where you could actually find that, place where trying to find photos of like people working and not people like actually, but it's just a place where you could see yourself working and kind of like getting that input of like, okay, what can I get out of here that I get out of someone else, and it's like really special, because it's like the more you work there, the more you get good things out of this place. Could be good, could be bad, it's up to you. But you get a lot of it. You really do. I mean, it's just amazing. Of course, as you guys could see from my picture-in-picture, is that it's from a while ago, all these pictures. So, but give them credit. This is what it looks like actually when you get in. It's if you ask me, it's an amazing place by far. Give credit to all of those 3 members who run it, who help out, especially the OTs. Every 3 months, give them credit because they're busting their ass like they're supposed to, and their whole entire goal is to be, let's help out this person like Yaron, like Sally, like Timmy, like Wanda. I don't know. I'm bringing up names from different TV shows that I usually watch. I'm also, part of it is Fairy Odd Parents. I don't know why. I'm just bored. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm tired. I want to end the show. And, yeah. But, anyways, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Make sure to ring that notification bell when you want to watch another episode like this or something like that. It's it is what it is. But anyways, guys, I'll see you later. I'll say this again because it's in my head. If you're on Spotify, make sure to follow me. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Ring that notification bell when you want to get more access to Nick's Take, more access to the Game Changer, the vlogs maybe. But yeah. Anyways, guys, have a nice day. Have a nice night. If I didn't make you fall asleep while listening to this podcast on audio format, thank you so much for sticking around to this podcast. And anyways, see you guys soon. Instagram and Twitter. I don't have Facebook anymore, so don't even bother. It's a long ass story. I don't want to get into it. Anyways, guys, peace and Am Yisrael Chai.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Yaron. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And also, make sure to check out some of my other videos. Anyways, guys, peace.